So we're going to talk about one of my favorite things ever. We're going to talk about perfumes. I don't consider myself to be an expert of fragrance of any kind, but my two qualifications for you to watch this video is that number one, I have an extensive perfume collection and I've tried quite a few perfumes out there. And secondly, people who have come to my house have tried on my perfumes or have commented on the way that I smell and have gone on to buy the perfumes that I have. So those are my two qualifications as to why you should watch this video. While I'm actually going to be talking about through all of the perfumes that I have loved in 2024, I'm going to make sure that the notes are somewhere on the screen for you to see so you can actually see if the perfume is something that you would like to purchase in the future. So to start, I'm actually going to talk about the two perfumes that I probably used the most in 2024, and that is the Sol de Janeiro perfumes in 59 and 71. So I would say 71 is the one that I used the most. This is supposed to be a caramelized vanilla and macadamia scent. I will say that if you are a fan of smelling like a vanilla caramel snack, this is what you need to get. I just think there's something that's super warm about this fragrance. It lasts the whole day as well. This is one of the fragrances that I can put on myself and I can still smell it on me at the end of the day, and I can still smell it on my clothes as well. The longevity of this perfume is fantastic. I will say that this is a lot more of a very sweet scent. So if you like that, definitely get this, but just know that this is one of those perfumes that have incredible projection. So every single time I've worn this, somebody has always commented on it. When I get into cars, when I get into work, people will always comment on the fact that I smell super sweet. So if that's not your vibe and you don't like people being able to smell you from across the room, then maybe this is not for you. But if you do like smelling like a snack, this is what I would recommend. So the notes for this one is supposed to be sweet, caramel, vanilla, nutty, salty, chocolate, and powdery. I'll say that this is pretty much, to me, a caramel vanilla scent straight up and up. I don't know if I can smell any of the nuttiness, but definitely the caramel comes through really strongly in this. So I have actually used this to the point where it's almost done, and I actually just recently repurchased another bottle of this, which just tells you how much I love it, because it's not often for me to actually repurchase perfumes, and this is one of the ones that I have. The other one is the 59 scent. So the notes for this one is sweet, powdery, violet, floral, woody, and vanilla. I would say that this definitely has that violet kind of floral scent. I actually think this is really nice for when you're going into the spring months. This is a really nice one. This is also one of those other ones where the projection of this, when you walk through a room, where it just wafts through. Someone at work actually also wears this particular scent, and every single time she puts this on and she goes through the hallway, it just like wafts through and you're able to kind of smell her. I will say the longevity of this is also really good. When I spray this on, typically in the nighttime, I can still smell this on myself. So these particular scents from the Sol de Janeiro line, I would say has the best longevity, and then this one's second. And also the scent 62 as well, which was my favorite in 2023. But ever since I discovered 71, it kind of knocked all the other Sol de Janeiro scents that I have out of the way, because this was just fantastic. So next on my list that I want to talk about is a scent that, if you are on Perfume Talk, you would have undoubtedly seen this all over TikTok, which is the Giordani di Toscana scent in Bianco Latte. Firstly, do we see the bottle of this? It's so pretty, but then when you actually open it and you spray it on, oh my goodness, this is like one of those perfumes that you just smell it and you immediately just need to keep smelling it. So this is another one of those perfumes that every single time that I've worn it, somebody has actually complimented on it. The projection of this one is actually nuts. This is one of those perfumes that I will put on a cardigan, for example, and like 3 or 4 days later, I can still smell this particular scent on it. You don't actually need very much of it. I find that if you put a little bit too much of this, it's almost borderline like headache inducing, because it's very, very strong. So I typically find that I just need to put like 1 spritz on my wrist, 1 spritz on my neck, and then I'm pretty much good to go. I might do a little spritz on my clothes, but even that I find just to be a little bit too much. So I feel like this perfume is going to take me absolutely ages to finish, just because of how potent it is and also how much it projects itself as well. So the notes of this particular perfume is vanilla, sweet, caramel, honey, balsamic, powdery, musky, aromatic, and woody. I definitely smell the vanilla and the caramel. I don't know if I can smell any of the honey, but I will say that it has a slight muskiness to the scent. So this is really just one of those perfumes that if you know somebody in your life that is a bit of a perfume lover and you want to splurge and get them something that is just fantastic and has such great longevity and such great projection, this is a really good perfume, and I've really loved this. I've gotten my sisters onto this as well, and they really like it. The other perfume that I really, really loved in 2024, and this was a little bit of a discovery for me, is Fleur's Missing Person. This particular perfume is just one of those perfumes that I really like to wear when I don't really want people to be able to smell me, but I want the right people to be able to smell me. That sounds really weird. Essentially, it's the perfume that I like to wear when I want to have kind of like a clean, fresh scent. This is what that scent kind of reminds me of. The notes that are in this perfume is musky, woody, powdery, white floral, citrus, floral, fresh, and aromatic. Oh no, it says animalic. That's a weird word. I don't know if I would describe it as that. The way that I would essentially describe the scent if somebody were to ask me is that it just smells like really clean skin. The whole background and history about this perfume is that the person who created this essentially wanted to kind of emulate that scent when you are missing someone and you are smelling it on like a piece of clothing that they left behind or their skin after they shower, essentially. And that's what it kind of smells like to me. There's definitely a lot of that muskiness, I would say. Maybe a slight like woodiness, but this is just essentially one of those scents that, again, I can put it on at the start of the day. At the end of the day, Alex can still smell it on me, and he always comments when I wear this one as well. He really likes this one, and yeah, so do I. The other scent that I have also really liked, and this is actually quite an inexpensive scent that you can actually get from Mecca, and it is from Korres, I think that's how you pronounce it, and it is their Cashmere Kumquat scent. So they actually have the notes here. The top notes is kumquat, mandarin, and orange. Their heart notes is orange blossom, jasmine, and almond, and then their base notes is cashmere, cedarwood, and vanilla. You can tell by the way that I talk that I really, really like vanilla scents. This is really nice for when you're going into kind of like spring, when you want that little bit of like a fruity, citrusy scent about you, but you don't want something that's too overpowering. This is really good. I will say the longevity of this is not as good as maybe my Bianco Latte or my Sol de Janeiro perfumes, but it actually lasts like a pretty decent, I would say, maybe 8 hours before it starts to fade, whereas like these ones, for example, like I would say the longevity of these ones are maybe in the 10 to 12 hour range, with the exception of this one, which is that I can still smell this on myself the next day. So yeah, this one's really nice. I might wear this one today. I haven't put on my perfume yet, but I just think that Korres actually has quite a few really, really nice scents that maybe I want to get in the future. There was one that I had tried, which was their black sugar scent, which was actually my favorite of the entire line, but unfortunately the longevity of that one didn't last very long on me. I think it maybe lasted like a maximum of like 2 hours before it started to fade, which to me, if you're paying $80 for perfume, you don't want to have a scent that just essentially lasts 2 hours on you, whereas this one I would say is more in that like 6 to 8 hour kind of range. So yeah, it's really good if you want kind of like a citrusy scent. Love that. The next scent that I want to talk about is Jo Malone's Red Roses. I feel like everybody who knows Jo Malone knows about this particular scent. The main notes for this is rose, obviously, floral, citrus, beeswax, and green. The Red Roses definitely comes through. I will say that Jo Malone perfumes, and I don't know if this is just my experience or if other people experience this as well, tend to not last very long on me. I find that this maybe lasts maybe 4 to 6 hours before it starts to fade, but in saying that, I do like how floral it smells, how fresh it smells as well. I do like how delicate the scent actually projects itself, so it's not an overpowering perfume. I tend to wear this when I'm going out for a night where I know that it'll only last on me for 4 to 6 hours. I don't need it to last the whole day. This is really nice. So I think we're almost done with the perfumes that I wanted to talk about. There are 2 more perfumes that I want to talk about, and essentially they are actually perfume oils. So perfume oils is always one of those things that I have always really loved growing up. Maybe it's more of like a Muslim thing where we're encouraged to, you know, stay away from alcoholic perfumes and get into oils instead. And so the one that I really loved, and you don't really need a lot of these as well, this one's actually a pure perfume, and it's actually the Medina scent from Fajanor. This one's really, really nice. Oh my god, I was very tempted to put that on. This one's really nice. It's almost like a jasmine kind of scent that has like a hint of like vanilla in it. So again, kind of on that floral train, where if you don't want something that's too overpowering, this is a really good scent for you to try out. You don't actually need a lot of it. You just need like to put a little bit onto your wrist, a little bit onto your neck, and then you're pretty much good to go. This also comes in like a really cute bottle as well. The other one that I really love, and I think I'm going to put an insert here somewhere for you to be able to see because it's actually quite a small bottle. Ariel and I went to Singapore in March 2024, and she decided to put on the agenda to go to this Royal Fragrances store, and it was actually one of my favorite things that we did while we were in Singapore together. This particular vanilla scent is just fantastic. Again, it's one of those situations where you don't need a lot of it to get by, and it's just a fantastic vanilla scent through and through, and I really liked it. So yeah, so those are all of my perfumes that I really loved in 2024. If there was a particular scent that really appealed to you, maybe let me know in the comments down below. If you have any recommendations based on what I've shown you of any perfumes that you think I might like, please leave them in the comments below. So as usual, please feel free to comment on this video, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe for more content on beauty, books, and intentional living. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!